Buenos noches, chuckleheads. It's your boy Jay Berg and
Colton Drake.
yeah, we are recording this on Cinco de Mayo. So I tried to do Spanish there, probably incorrectly. But yeah, we're doing episode 26 tonight. That is going to be Jessica Kirson. I'm the man. How was your week last week, buddy?
It was good. Packed with comedy.
Packed.
Shit.
Just
and
packed with
working
comedy.
and
Yeah, that's awesome, dude.
stuff.
Yeah, you were just, we started a little later than usual because you were just on the phone with your grandma, and your conversation with her was hilarious, by the way.
Yeah, she's pretty funny.
Yeah, she's super duper funny. She's talking shit about your old man's girlfriends, which is very funny. Your old man's dating like 17 chicks.
Yeah, it's pretty funny. She's she's very like Spanish, right? She
Yeah,
lives in
dude, it's
California.
awesome. Mijito.
Yeah, and it was her birthday today. And
It's her birthday, Cinco de
birthday
Mayo?
falls
Oh my
on
God,
Cinco de
dude.
Mayo. Isn't that crazy?
That's amazing.
Yeah.
So, yeah, so you're that was very funny. You're like, I don't even know what their names are, and I just call them the same thing. So that was funny too. That was what you said, not what she said.
The what?
When you're like, I don't even know what
my
their
dad's
names are.
girlfriends? Yeah, I have no idea.
There's so many of them.
Mm-hmm. I'll call them one name, and I'll mix them up. I'll meet the same one twice and forget. Yeah, it's
You're
a
just
lot.
like, can you just date all Marias? That way I don't have to like do any legwork here.
Yeah, and then don't be like, oh, you met her before.
You
You
met her,
remember?
yeah.
She was my realtor. No, I don't remember that.
I can't keep track of all your nanner, Dad.
My dad, I talked to my
Love you,
dad.
son.
I talked to my dad today, and he was like, "Yeah, I was late. I was out at the casino late last night, and decided to leave the casino. Me and my buddy were leaving the casino, and I'm in my shirt and my shorts, and we're outside looking for my truck. We can't find my truck. I'm freezing. I can't find my truck. I'm like, where's my truck at?" Right? And he's like, and then like an hour later, I remember like, oh yeah, we took an Uber here.
Wait, he said an hour later?
Yeah.
That's horrible.
So
dude.
he
That's
was looking
bad.
out. He was cold in his t-shirt
For
and
an
shorts
hour.
For an hour, like somebody took my fucking truck.
Just pacing the casino parking lot.
Yeah, it's a nice truck. I can see why
It's
he'd
like,
be worried.
shit, did I gamble a lot more than I thought I did?
Yeah, we Ubered here.
We
I was like, that's probably good. You did Uber there
That's a
and
good
not
thing.
try to drive if you didn't even remember.
not
to
have
park
one of
your
his
truck.
ugly ass girlfriends drive him around. Oh, Jesus.
He has pulled some baddies. I will say that he's pulled some.
Baddies
pulled-
meaning cute ones.
Yeah,
Yeah.
He's pulled
Well,
one.
Grandma's not impressed. I'll say that.
No,
They
no.
ugly. Whoa! All right, coming in hot, dude.
Have you told him that? No.
That's that's your dad's mom, right?
Yeah.
Josh Johnson on Friday night was awesome, and then I went to Dan Soder with you.
Oh yeah,
on-
with me.
that was great.
That was awesome. Yeah.
Good job, John Hodge hosted that one. That was fun, and then Mark. I don't remember what the Mark guy's name was.
Mark Smalls?
There you go, Mark Smalls. He was funny.
Yep.
He was a funny dude. So yeah, it was really really good shows. Really enjoyed them.
And then Sunday I hosted for Damon Darling, the comedy club.
Yeah, you did.
Yeah.
Dave Chappelle Jr. as you
That was
like to
cool.
call him. Yeah, so big comedy weekend for the kid over there.
Yeah.
Yeah, same. It was fun. I had a good old fun weekend. So welcome in to our new listeners. We got 2 new countries this week. We have Austria. Thank you, Austria. Welcome to the fold. And of course, Ghana. We got another African country.
Of course we
We're
got Ghana.
huge in Africa, dude.
Big Ghana guys.
We're huge Ghana guys.
Yeah.
So thank you, Ghana. Thank you, Austria. Tell your Ghanese
this is-
and
this is-
Austrian friends. I don't know if it's Ghanese.
I was gonna
is
say
right.
this is the time where we stop with it. Right? Ghana is right next to
Yeah.
shit.
Oh yeah. No shit, dude. We were
no,
doing so
we're
well.
not- yeah,
Like,
don't do that.
it's in Africa. I'm pretty sure
End on
now.
a high note. End on a high note.
Now you're freaking me out, making me think it's not in Africa.
Rev up, get out of there.
Yeah, Ghana and Austria, thank you for joining the fold. This week's beer of the week, we're repeating last week. We still got YaYa. We still got YaYa Brewing, Son of a Birch. We got
Yeah.
one of those remaining.
Yep.
And I didn't post it last week, so I'm going to post it this week. Thank
I'll
you,
probably
YaYa
crack
Brewing.
into it after I finish this White Claw.
There you
Jay's
go.
not drinking. I
Yeah.
want to save him.
There you go. Yep.
Yeah.
You're such a martyr.
I know. I'll die on this hill.
But YaYa Brewing. YaYa Brewing, Son of a Birch.
YaYa.
That is the beer of the week for 2 weeks in a row. Oh, my God. It's
Wow.
crazy.
It's like how many beers there were that you got.
Absolutely, man.
So nice. Hi, guys. I'm such a liar. I lie when I'm getting room service. I don't want the person knowing how much I'm ordering for myself. So I'll be like, hi, can I get 2 orders of chicken wings? Hold on. Do you want ranch? Okay, he'll have 6 sides of ranch. I do not know how to put on makeup. So I went to Sephora to the most bedazzled gay guy I could find. And he goes, "Oh, honey, we have a lot of work to do." Do you know when I left there, I look like a drag queen? I have 4 daughters from 2 different women. I saw an old friend recently, and she's like, "Oh my God, was it planned?" No, my condom broke. I was walking down the street, and these 2 girls were walking in front of me. This girl's like,
"Oh my God, Chelsea, you're not gonna believe this, but I posted this video and like nobody liked it and nobody commented, and I was like so upset because the algorithm was off and like the lighting was perfect and my makeup was perfect. Like nobody did anything. I was millions of minutes TikTok and millions of minutes
right? So I killed them. I did.
Jessica Kirson's I'm the Man special from Hulu. That's her second ever special, or second special that I could find anyway. First one was a Comedy Central special, executive produced by Bill Burr, called Bill Burr Presents Jessica Kirson, and I believe it's like Talking to Myself or something like that.
When did that come out?
Looks like December 2019, I believe.
What?
So
Hasn't she been doing this forever?
Yeah, I mean, I think she's also put out. I think she put out like a crowd work type special, and she's like she's huge on YouTube and like TikTok and stuff. She does almost exclusively crowd work bits, and that's what I always see her doing. And so it's weird. It was kind of weird to see her not doing crowd work because she essentially didn't do any crowd work here. But yeah, a little about Jessica Kirson, 54 years old, from New Jersey. She has very heavy New York Jew vibes. About as heavy as you can get on the New York Jew vibes. This performance was in Sony Hall in New York City. She went to the University of Maryland and then NYU. She got her Master's of Social Work, NYU. She's a regular on Howard Stern shows, including like prank phone call type stuff. She has a podcast called Disgusting Hawk. I've never heard. Yeah, like I said, this is her second. Oh, interesting tidbit. You remember the show Scrubs?
Yeah.
Zach Braff, JD, is her stepbrother.
Oh.
Is that weird?
Yeah, you think they fugged?
No, I don't.
Why?
Super duper funny. Does a lot of crowd work in smaller venues. Was excited that she didn't do a lot of crowd work on this. She didn't do any crowd work.
She looks like she kind of looks like Elaine from Seinfeld if Elaine was Seinfeld.
Got you. I think she looks a ton like Richard Lewis, like younger than now Richard Lewis, but like 20 years ago Richard Lewis. Like they look very similar. They have the big flowy curly hair. Yeah, dead eyes, like
It was interesting to hear in her special how she hates her hair. Did you catch that?
There's nothing wrong with her hair.
I was like, what are you talking shit on your hair for? Your hair's cool.
Maybe she should shut on her hair. Maybe that would help.
Maybe if you put it into a ponytail, she just has like a mad widow peak.
Overall impressions, I'll start. I thought it's very good. It's really filthy. But it's chock full of jokes. It's 47 minutes. It's a tight watch. It's fun.
It's very fun. My first time watching it, my back was hurting, and so like I popped a hydro and smoked a joint. I didn't do that if work's listening. But I was watching this on the couch, and I was just trying to relax, and this was cracking me up, dude. I was like, this is hilarious.
Yeah, man. I mean, it's a lot of quick hitter jokes.
She could clip. Do you know how many clips she has in this thing?
Oh God.
If she just clipped every joke.
Oh, Colton. Colton's addicted to clips right now. I don't know if you've been following him. You have, but that dude, he's putting out a clip a day. You think in clips now. Like you've definitely, like your brain is turned over from just thinking about comedy overall to thinking about clips.
I think it's helping.
Constantly.
It's helping my comedy.
Is it?
Yeah,
Okay.
definitely.
For the week you've been doing it, you can see market advancements in your comedy.
Huge advances. Yeah.
Okay.
Huge.
Good to hear. It's good to hear.
So
Huge.
big. Huge. They're huge.
Amazing. So yeah, you liked it. Obviously, you just said.
Yeah, it was awesome.
Yeah. Let's just dig right into. Let's go to Fashionisto. Let's talk about what. Like I said, she looks like Richard Lewis.
Hit the Fashionisto drop.
Just did.
Fashionisto. We were supposed to do it together, dickhead.
Oh well, okay.
We did it together last time. I thought that was a new thing.
I didn't know that. All right.
Tonight we're dumping this.
All right. No, we're not. This time for Fashionisto.
I never get to call the dumps.
Fashionisto.
I didn't like it.
Is that too many?
Yeah.
Too many
It came in at a
Fashionistas?
weird
Would you
time.
go?
I have to start it. Yeah.
I have to start. You have to come along.
I drive the train on the Fashionisto.
That's true. That is your segment.
Fashionisto. Jessica Kirson, I am the man. And she is wearing a jacket like one. Okay, so right now what she is wearing, if you haven't seen Jessica Kirson, white woman.
White.
Yes, she is a lesbian, and apparently so. She has the jacket. Okay, she has like a little amulet on her little necklace. Okay,
Black jacket.
No, it's like a
dark.
it's like a dark blue suede.
Okay.
Okay. She has her flowing, beautiful curly hair on the jacket, and then she's also wearing black pants, and she has on some big ass boots. Some lesbo boots.
Some les boots.
Yeah, some les boots.
Okay.
And,
so
the stage, because I'm taking the whole
you're gonna
project.
do all of it. Go ahead.
I'm gonna do the
Go
whole
ahead.
project. Okay.
Take your leave. Do what you need to do.
Thanks. So red curtains behind her, right? The stage actually, it's like a stage that
Semicircle?
doesn't come out too far, and then there's a semicircle on it,
Right.
in the middle where she stands, and there's little light bulbs, bing, 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 like a vanity mirror,
Bing, 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 bing. Yeah.
right? And it's a little spot that she has that she tells her jokes in. Bam.
Yep.
I like that a lot. I think it's very cool, unique. It kind of gives me like this old school kind of like
Yep.
show type of vibe to it. I like that.
Yep.
What do I rate her fit?
Her shit.
Okay, I'll say this. Most of the guys that we're talking about now wear jackets.
Yep.
She's obviously she's coming for that spot, boy. You know what I mean?
Yeah, it's a nice jacket.
It's a nice suede jacket.
Nice jacket.
I think the boots are an interesting choice. No, I don't love the boots.
Don't love the boots.
I don't love the boots with a jacket like that. It's kind of weird,
Okay.
right? So I'm gonna rate her like a 3.57.
Wow.
3.57.
3.57 Prince Albert's?
Yeah. The stage, however, I am giving.
That seems fucking
A
way
7.
low. What I don't understand what she's supposed to look. She looks great, I think.
Hold on.
Go ahead.
The stage, 8.2.
Oh, okay. 8.2 on the stage. I don't give a shit about the stage rating.
Then you add those together.
What? What? Is that how we've been doing it the whole time?
You square it.
I feel like I don't know how we do it. There's like some sort of theorem that goes into it.
Oh, everything is math, buddy.
It's some
right.
sort of there's you take the cosine of the angle nearest pi.
No, I'm giving her 5.5.
5.5. I think
Prince
she looks
Alps.
great.
What would you give her?
I think she looks great. I would say 7.5 probably. I think she looks fantastic.
All right, let's split it.
No, I mean, no,
She
you
gets
have
six-
your rating.
she
I
gets
have my
6 and a
rating.
quarter.
It's fine.
She
No,
gets
man.
6 and a quarter.
I don't give out Prince Alberts. I just give a rating. You get the Prince Alberts out. You get the piercings, man. You take them to Hot Topic.
I do think the amulet does add to it.
Yeah, you like her little amulet, her little
I think it adds to it.
her little Titanic amulet.
Yeah.
She's gonna toss off the boat.
It adds to her confidence.
I just like it. It's just a classic, no nonsense. Like
the
this is
amulet.
about the jokes.
amulet
look.
of confidence.
Yeah. Oh, I just mean the whole look. It's
No.
It's a classic 80s, 90s comedy. It's about the jokes. Like, you mentioned her not really moving around a lot. She stands in one spot. She delivers jokes. She doesn't take the mic out of the mic stand even,
Yeah, no.
which is interesting. You know what I
love
mean?
it. I love it. I
So
was
it's
just saying
just like,
the
boom.
amulet's enchanted. I was trying to make a joke on
I'm
that.
sorry.
Yeah.
It's an enchanted amulet. That's
Yeah,
true.
it's failed. It's over. I just had
Yep.
to get it out.
It's got
So
poison.
that
in
didn't
it.
sound like a crazy person.
I got you. So there you go. That's Fashionisto. I thought it looked what we liked. Let's talk about what we liked. We can do just what we liked first. We'll get into favorite jokes a little bit later.
Okay.
Just general observations of what you liked. I mean, we mentioned.
Yeah, I like her not moving around a lot,
Yeah.
like you were just saying. It's cool because that stage is so small. You really have no room to
Yeah.
kind of pace or nothing. You kind of
Yeah.
and she just locks in and goes.
Yeah.
No,
She anchors herself to the mic stand.
Yeah.
Essentially, so she doesn't move away from the mic stand. Essentially.
yeah, and it's very professional.
Yeah.
Like she looks like she's a polished act. Obviously,
Yeah.
but like
For sure.
show wise, you know what I mean? What's that
Yeah.
called?
When you, I think when you watch comics, you can tell where they're from sometimes. And like she's a New York comic. She doesn't move around a lot. The jokes are tight and they come one after another a lot. We talked a lot about that with some of the other comics we've done. I mean, she gets on stage. First of all, the intro is just, ladies and gentlemen, Jessica Kirson. She's up there. She gets a round of applause, fucks around with them a little bit on that, and then immediately right into her first joke. And it just keeps coming. And it's 47 minutes of that. And that's awesome.
Yeah. Also very heavy on facial expressions.
Oh, her facial expressions are incredible.
They're so funny.
Incredible. Very emotive face. A lot of different
Voices.
voices, characters. Yeah. When she tells a joke and then she tags it, she usually tags it and then has like a half sentence as the last die down, and then she goes into the next thing.
Interesting.
Dave Attell does it a lot.
Uh-huh.
You'll notice that if you see him, but I noticed a lot from her. And I think actually it can get kind of annoying if you do it too much, but
I didn't know
it wasn't annoying in her case, in my opinion. Like, it was just very. There's just something that's extremely likable about her, because there's a lot of stuff she does that I'm not sure that I would necessarily. She's incredibly filthy, like dirtier than I usually like.
There's parts of this where I'm like, I think my mom would like this, and then immediately I'm like, oh, she would hate this.
Dude,
I'm totally wrong with that.
Yeah, your mom, the Jehovah's Witness, would be like, oh yeah, for sure, talk about your pussy more. That'd be great.
Well, it was after like that. Yeah. After one of the jokes where she's talking about the senior center shit.
Yeah.
My mom would know what she's talking about.
because
and
of the
I think
senior
she would
stuff?
get that. But then she immediately follows it up with,
Right.
What do you think they're saying in the bedroom or
Sure.
whatever, and then takes that turn.
Sure. Yeah, she makes pretty much everything a sex joke at the end of it, honestly. But yeah, she's funny. I mean, it's real funny. The expressions are and the characters are what make her who she is. She's really incredible at crowd work. If I've mentioned before, did not do any crowd work. There's one time where somebody called something out and she acknowledged it, but that's it. No crowd work. And that kind of shows you the duality of how good you can be as a comic, in my opinion. Like,
You can have both.
you
skills.
can do crowd work, right?
Yeah.
And the time and place for crowd work is at like a club show, and doing a little bit in your like 45-minute set. You know what I mean, or your hour set or whatever.
Right.
I think doing it in a special is just weird. Like, it's a comedy special. You should be doing your jokes. You know what I mean?
We've talked about that.
Yeah.
However, it didn't bother me when Tim Dillon did it.
Yeah.
I thought he did it like a good, kind of used it more as a
we talked
transition
about that.
and all that. Yeah, I liked that.
I didn't love it, and we talked about that, but I see what you mean.
Yeah, we did talk about that.
We talked about that.
And yeah.
We just got to make sure we say we talked about it 47
we already
times.
said it like 3 times. Like, oh.
We talked about it, right?
We did talk about that.
We did talk about it. But yeah, I really enjoyed it. Man, there's something there's something really nice about the last few specials we've watched that are just like 45 minutes long. And it's like, oh yeah,
Man,
just do 45 minutes, man.
It's the truth.
It's great.
Yeah.
Oh,
The guy I hosted for last night, he was going to do an hour and a half.
dude. And not as a one-man show. Like, he was going to do it after you did, 10?
I
And
did 10.
his buddy did 20?
Yeah.
Or his, feature
His
did
feature,
20?
yeah, Chris
It's a
Toiler.
2-hour show, man. That's a long show.
It is. He didn't go that long.
Yeah.
He did go over an hour, but he didn't
Sure.
hit that.
Well, if you're doing the one-offs, I think most clubs don't have a problem with it if you're doing the one-off.
Well, and I think his idea was, since like his crowd was out there to see him, he's like, I
Sure.
want to make sure like I'm giving them what
Sure.
they came for, I suppose.
Sure.
But I
2
also
hours a lot, though.
yeah.
An hour and a half's a lot.
But I really subscribe to the idea of like the less the better, right? Like, leave them wanting more.
Yeah.
In my opinion, that's
The Johnson's, I can't say
You got it.
Johnson.
Yeah.
Johnson.
Johnson.
The Josh Johnson show was like an hour 15. It was short.
Uh-huh.
And it was great.
Did he have an opener?
He did. He had one. He had an opener who did 20 minutes, I'm guessing.
Oh, nice.
And so he probably did 55.
Nice.
But yeah, so I went out. I didn't go out of there going, oh, it was only an hour 15. I went out of there going, that's great.
I would love to see
Because it was
more.
fun. You know what I mean?
You leave that type of thing like,
Sure.
oh, I'd love to see more of that.
I could have done another 15 minutes, but to be honest with you, I'm kind of glad.
Yeah.
Like I like an good hour 15 show. I don't think it's gonna become the norm because comedians don't want to be shorter on time. You know what I mean? Like, we kind of want more time.
Right.
But I think if we really were honest with ourselves, we'd start scaling that back a little bit. Maybe make an hour 20 the new normal show.
Make an hour 20. Oh, yeah. The show. I thought you were talking about the special for a second. I was like,
Oh, no.
God,
Yeah.
no, please.
All specials should be 6 parts, 3 hours
The
each.
6 parts. Part 1 drops
Absolutely.
in December.
Part one is just them picking out their outfit and going, Colton's gonna like this one. See this jacket over T-shirt? He's never seen that before.
It's
I'm
a
so
suede
original.
jacket. It's a suede one.
Suede. Yeah, but yeah, I think
Well, and we're just getting so kind of like diluted with all the content we see on TikTok and
100%,
shit,
man.
everything. Even like Coco Melon, right? Like that cartoon for children.
Mhm.
I don't watch it. obviously, but I have like nieces and nephews, and sometimes I'll like watch them watching it, and the scenes in that are like seconds, dude. So
Yeah, they're
it's
really
like
short.
frames, 2 seconds on you, 2 seconds on something else, 2 seconds on something else, 2 seconds on. And it's like, God damn, dude, it's a lot. Like, even to watch.
Yeah.
So I think I could just see things kind of go in that direction where now specials are just going to be.
Of course.
What's wrong with a half-hour special?
Yeah, and actually, I don't mind a half-hour special either. I think
either.
I do like a 40-minute. 40 minutes, I think that's a sweet spot. I think 40, 45, somewhere in there.
41.5.
0.5, yeah, exactly. You're into points today. You're into decimal places today.
Yeah, I'm big decimal guy today.
Mentioned gets right into it tight. Her tags, great. I love also one other thing we were going to talk about earlier. I thought about having this as my joke, but it's more of a visual thing. She will talk to herself. She'll like turn away from the audience and like kind of talk to herself and like sort of talk to herself as her like psyche, going like, you knew that joke wasn't going to work and you fucking did it anyway. Like, what are you thinking? And then she starts doing like reaffirmation for herself. Then she turns back around the audience and she goes, what did she say again?
She said something like, if you didn't get that, then you're
that was very clever. That was very clever.
That was very
It
creative.
creative.
And if you didn't get that, then fuck you or whatever.
It's because you're stupid.
Yeah, it's because you're,
Like-
you're an idiot.
And she's like insulting the audience, but at the same time, it's super like lighthearted and fun. There's a likability to her that I
Which is
think,
also such a cool bomb tactic, dude.
yeah, for sure.
Because like I had never thought about doing that before.
Like when you're having when a joke doesn't go over well, for you to like acknowledge that it didn't go over well, acknowledge that it's kind of damaging to your psyche, and then also you're building yourself back up in order to tell your next joke. That's very funny.
And you're doing like kind of the Jim Gaffigan that he
A
does
little
with the
bit.
crowd,
Yep.
but you're doing it with yourself.
Yeah,
So it's even better.
yeah, it's great.
Yeah,
And
that
she
was
doesn't
good.
overdo it. She did once in this.
She did
I've seen
one
her
time.
do that before too.
Uh-huh.
It's always really funny because she doesn't do it all the time. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So yeah, I'm gonna try it for sure. Every time I bomb a joke for the next 3 weeks,
How are you gonna do it?
exactly how she does. I'm
Oh,
like,
same.
Jessica, you need to. No, I don't know how I'm gonna do it. I don't even know if I will do it, but I do think it's something that can be worked in. And
It's a cool move.
I do think acknowledging that a joke didn't work, so long as you don't do it a lot, is a really good like icebreaker.
That was a tough
sort of
lesson
test.
for me to learn. Because I remember I remember bombing. I was having this set, and I had just bombed at Draft Zone. Went to Nito Burrito and the late night mic.
Ooh,
And
rip.
I was with Liam Dempsey, and I had to follow the dude that was headlining the club. Right.
Oh, okay, yeah.
He went to the open mic or whatever, and he didn't even do that well. Like it's
Right.
Nito was a tough room. I go up there.
Could
he
be.
obviously did way better. Like he did fucking night
Sure.
and day better than me. I go up there.
Was it Drew Lynch?
No.
Okay.
I go up there and I start getting into I tell a joke, it doesn't land at all. Okay. I immediately jump into my next joke. Didn't land. I was like basically just trying to rush to punchlines
Yeah.
to hopefully to get something. And I didn't realize at the time that is not the move to do. Right? You gotta acknowledge it. Okay. Like,
Yeah,
oh,
sit in
you
your,
guys didn't like
sit in
that
your
one.
stink for a little bit. You know what I
Yeah.
mean?
Yeah. Be
It's
in
like
the
if
moment.
you fart in the elevator, just say it was me. Okay,
Just be in the moment. Yeah. Because that's
we're gonna do better next time.
a large part of comedy is like
Yeah.
being in the moment, right?
For
if
sure.
somebody walks in or something, you kind of want to just like acknowledge somebody drops a glass, you might want to acknowledge that. Like just weird things that happen. I was not doing that. But
Yeah.
then I was like, oh, I get it. I have to mention it. Right. And then
Yeah.
I made this huge mistake later on in longer sets because you can mention it if a set's not going well at an open mic. You got 4 minutes. You mention it twice or whatever. You could probably get a laugh on it. You're good.
And then you get off the stage too. You don't have to worry. You don't have to sit in it. Yeah.
But if you're there for 40 minutes, 30 minutes, and you're doing that multiple times, then even if it is kind of going good and you were able to get laughs off of that,
Yeah. You just told everybody you sucked for half an hour.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
So I've had to like work backwards from that.
For sure. Yeah, I think that's important to do it, but not overdo it. I do think that's important.
Be
If you
bothered
keep
by it.
acknowledging it, though, people remember that you acknowledged it, and that's kind of the problem. It's not even that you had a couple jokes that didn't work. It's that you had a couple jokes that you didn't work, and then you're like repeating that they didn't work to the audience. So it's like it can be like a double whammy if you're doing it over and over again.
Oh
right?
yeah, and it'll work good just because it cuts the tension and
Right.
makes you look like you're in control of the
Right.
room and you're in the moment and you're with them. But if you do it so many times, then you just kind of more look unexperienced. Or like I remember that lady that wasn't my joke wasn't landing, and that old lady got a phone call and it was the crickets
Oh yeah,
on her
that's
phone.
very funny.
right?
Yeah.
And so then I use that.
That really helped you.
I used that again when I had another joke. Didn't work. I was like, "Where's the crickets?" Right, and then it's like kind of a callback.
Sure,
but
you've seen people overuse it too. It's very. I mean, you see it all the time. Sometimes it'll even go well, but then it's like, do you really think your set went well? You were talking about how your jokes weren't landing. That was the best part of your set. You know what I mean? Like,
right. Well, but I think it still saves.
It saves a little bit of it for sure.
Oh, and it saves the momentum of the room. If you're getting laughs or whatever, and you're at an open mic, like you just don't want it to.
At least you're not just up there tripping on your dick for 4 minutes and thinking you killed it, which is half the open micers in town. You know what I mean?
Yeah, that's
just like I was awesome. Like you realize that version of Harry's laugh is fake, right?
It's not even that. It's the conversations that they have with you after.
No, there's some.
Yeah, well, I'm a good comedian too. Why are you saying that? That's a weird thing to say.
Yeah, it is a weird thing. I don't say that to you. You know, like I'm a good comedian, by the way. You know that, right? You know what I mean? Like I wouldn't say that to you. That's a weird thing to say.
It's a you're not good comedian thing to say.
Yeah, exactly. It's kind of like showing, telling on yourself a little bit there. But yeah, anyway, so that is essentially what we liked. Let's go into our specific clips that we want to play here. Do you want to do your clip first?
Sure. Oh. I do want to preface this clip.
Okay, preface it.
There's a long act out in this clip that is funny, but it's also the act out part is not my favorite part. Okay?
Right.
So I just want to put that out there.
You guys are great. I do a lot of shows in Florida for very old people. Some of you know that. They're 80, 90, some have passed. And the thing is, a lot of times I don't hear laughter for 45 minutes to an hour. I just hear bodily functions, moaning, groaning, just help me! Somebody help me! They yell out at me. I'm not kidding. One woman once yelled out, "Comedian! Comedian! Get me a seltzer water! I'm thirsty! Get it!" I'm like, "Get your own seltzer water, Sylvia, you fucking bitch!"
That was Colton's choice for the bit that he wanted to talk about.
It's so funny.
It is funny, and 100% the act out in the middle, especially because you can't see it in audio form.
Yeah,
the act out's good.
Yeah,
there is that part in the middle where she just does like a 4-year-old fart noise.
Yeah,
which I think is. I would hate it if it weren't somebody I already liked. You know what I mean? It's like endearing because it's just some ridiculous like.
And
nonsense.
She's not wrong. It goes along with
sure.
the whole.
Yeah. Just in the middle of the joke is funny.
I love the help me.
Help me. Her voices are great. Her act out's great. And then she always turns it into just real gallows humor, real dark. You know what I mean? Like she gets real dark and real like powerfully aggressive.
That joke from there goes into what old people. Yeah. How do you think old people talk dirty or whatever?
Yeah. How do you think they have sex? How do you think?
Yeah.
And so she brings back Sylvia for some sort of cum shot or something.
Yeah.
You know,
with Seymour.
With Seymour, obviously.
Seymour.
Yeah. I do like the very beginning of that part too, where she says some have passed. I like that joke.
Yeah.
80, 90, some have passed.
And then she did the thing that you were talking about.
You know what I mean? Or
some have passed, and I think or whatever. Yeah.
I mean shit.
Pretty cool.
I was gonna write it down so I could actually speak intelligently on it, but I didn't. So
oh man,
no worry.
Intelligence.
Anything else you want to talk about with that particular bit?
No, that was just my favorite one. I love the seltzer water.
Seltzer water.
Give me seltzer water.
Yeah, it's very funny. This is a little chunk of her lying, or her being dishonest with herself.
I almost blew up during COVID again, so I was like, I better do something. This is really true. So I joined Weight Watchers, where you download the app and it counts the points. The problem is I lie on it. I lie on my own app, and I'm the only one that sees it. Do you know how fucked up that is? The other day, I had a pint of ice cream, and I wrote down 1 baby carrot. I also lie on other apps, too. I bought a Fitbit, and now I just strap it on my dog and take him to the track. And he's exhausted, but I feel great about my progress. I'm such a liar, I don't have a fucking dog. I don't.
Okay, so that's her Fitbit / app joke, which is
Weight Watchers, yeah.
yeah. I like this joke because I think it's a really good example of how like subjects aren't hack. You know what I mean? Like these are subjects that everybody has a bit about. Weight Watchers.
Honestly, I think Weight Watchers
Apps.
kind of dates her.
Well, yeah, Weight Watchers, but it's an app, right? So it's a Weight
Right.
Watchers app. So but you know, any sort of like health app, right? Health app or whatever, Fitbit, all that. Those jokes, there's a billion different jokes about that stuff.
Right.
But the construction and the specific things she's talking about and the way she is turning the joke is still fresh, even though the subject matter is not. Like if it's a mediocre joke on those, I would hate it. I'd be like, oh, focus, you know what I mean? COVID joke, you know what I mean? Like that kind of thing. But I love the I don't have a fucking dog. That's great.
Well,
I love
that's
that.
just-
Yeah. And I like, the idea of lying on an app that only you see is insane. And also I've definitely done that. You know what I mean? I've definitely done at least the equivalent of that. I'm not sure I've done that specifically on an app, but like
Right.
writing down something or keeping track of like when you're working out, like keep track of, oh, actually I lifted that eight times today. And like, no, you lifted it 6. Why are you saying you hit 8? You did. Like, why are you writing down that you hit 8? Or that you did 3 sets when you know you only did 2? You know what I mean? Like, I ran a mile. No, you didn't. You walked to Baskin Robbins, dude, and got an ice cream cone. That doesn't count.
What I really like about that bit is the Weight Watchers
Mm-hmm.
thing, and then she's a liar, blah blah blah, makes the joke about like who am I? I'm lying to myself, right?
Mm-hmm.
Like, and then she does the whole thing with the dog, which is its own joke, right? But the through line is just like that she's a liar,
Yeah, for sure.
right?
Yep.
But it's almost like kind of disguised in how she packages it with
Sure.
the joke, but it's really well rounded out.
Yeah. So that was what we liked and what we enjoyed about Jessica Kirson. Let's talk a little bit. You got anything else you want to talk about in terms of what we liked? Anything we haven't covered yet?
No, I mean there's a lot of stuff I liked about
Sure.
it, but I think we did a pretty good job covering.
We did awesome. I feel like
We talked about
I
it.
feel like we did great. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So that's what we liked and our favorite jokes. Now let's move on to what we did not like.
I'm interested to hear.
I wrote down. That is a weird. I wrote down lesbian. I know there's more to it. Than
Oh
that.
God!
I think I was supposed to be for Why I'm Better. That I was just gonna be like, just tell more lesbian jokes. All you talk about is being a lesbian. No, I think I had something else I was gonna talk about with that. I don't know.
What I
It's just in
didn't
the
like,
wrong category.
She's a lesbian.
Right?
It's crazy.
So fucked up. She's a woman.
It's pretty funny.
I hate it. She got curly hair. What I didn't like that she used her notes for that one piece that she was reading off of. She like pulled out her glasses and she's reading off the different like sexual stuff because she said they're her note. They weren't. It wasn't even like from a brochure or anything. They're just like her notes. I kind of get why she did it. I don't have a huge problem with it. I just didn't love it. I thought the jokes should be better than that if she was going to use the notes because I didn't really like that particular joke. She's talking about the different this class that she saw at the nursing home that was about sexual, like how seniors get down essentially, and a bunch of different titles for the classes or the subjects.
Yeah.
Didn't love that. Again, like that's not oh my God, but I didn't love it. Anything you didn't like? I have other things too.
Yeah.
but let's go back and forth.
Okay, so one of the things that I didn't necessarily like is I feel like you don't necessarily learn a lot about her, right? I feel like they're all very jokey jokes, right? Even her just saying she has a dog. That's a lie. How much of this special is just, lies, even when she is kind of talking about herself? I like comedy that kind of has more of like a personal angle
Sure.
to it. The other thing is it's not super conversational. it does kind of come off like we were saying, like that old school
Oh,
kind
yeah,
of joke
yeah,
vibe
yeah.
where it's just like joke,
Yeah,
which is
it's-
great
yeah.
and crushes and made me rethink my whole act. But
Sure.
also, I like the conversational element, and
Sure.
I like kind of getting to know somebody a little bit more, and
Sure.
like more what they actually think instead of just like this is the formula for a joke that's gonna crush.
Yeah. Even her, even when she is talking about her life, it seems like everything she's saying is so far exaggerated that it's not really believable. Like she talks about her 4 daughters, right? And her one of her daughters, how I did like that line. You have eyelashes in your nose or whatever, your nostrils
yeah.
or whatever. I could see that being the case. But there's some other stuff that she talks about with her daughter that is just kind of way over the top. I think it's probably based in a little bit of reality, but the absurdity is just stretched maybe too far to make it you really learn a whole lot about her, if that makes sense.
Yeah, I think what it lacks is a through line as to like something that kind of connects everything together.
Oh, the whole special, you mean?
Yeah,
oh,
yeah,
yeah. I don't think she's interested in doing that.
No, and that's
Like,
fine.
yeah.
But
Yeah,
that
I
is
see what you mean, though.
Yeah.
I mean, like, for example, if we talk about what Lonely Flowers or Life, the ones we've done before, where there's a specific through line throughout the entire show.
Right.
She wasn't trying to do that, right?
Right.
But you kind of like that. You
I
kinda
do like
prefer
that. Yeah. I do like that. Just for like a full piece of work.
I got you. I
You
got
know?
you.
But she was just coming out with banger jokes on top of
Bangers.
banger jokes. The other thing I didn't like about it
Yeah.
is I felt like her callbacks were kind of forced.
Okay.
There's
have an example?
There's only a couple of them. The butter cum or whatever.
The
where she-
warm butter.
Yeah, the warm
callback?
butter where she.
So funny. This is such a weird subject to like
Yeah.
just hear on a podcast and like not really know because I can't even remember where it was. If you didn't watch this, you're like,
She went to
warm
fat
butter?
camp,
What the fuck are we
jerked off
talking
a
about?
fat
Yeah.
kid. His
Oh, and it was
his
like
cum
warm
tasted like
butter.
warm butter,
Okay,
whatever. It is funny. That's funny. But when
Yeah.
she calls back to it later, it just kind of it didn't feel like it was
Oh,
like
she just-
natural. Really,
yeah.
it was just kind of more like this is.
I kind of go back to the well. It was dirtier than I like. It's fucking filthy. Like it's really dirty.
I love how you say things are dirty, and then sometimes I hear your
listen,
act,
man,
and I'm
listen.
like, whoa.
I have some
God.
dirty stuff. At open mics, I'm a hell of a lot more dirty than I am at a show.
I know, I love it,
But
though.
this is it's filthy and it's fine. That's what she does. She's always done that. That's kind of her style.
Yeah,
But for me, it's dirtier than I like watching comedy with my dad. My dad would never watch this. You know what I mean?
it kind of reminds me. It's like open mic to like the
Yeah.
highest degree. Like her,
Yeah, it's like really, really well done.
yeah, it's amazingly well done. But
It's
the material
immaculate.
is just fucking
Yeah, it's raunchy as hell.
yeah,
She's like Jim Norton, like a female Jim Norton, dude.
yeah.
Only better, but yeah.
Agreed.
Some of her voices are annoying. I'll say that. Like some of her act outs, her voices can go a little long or a little bit annoying. She closes. We talked about this offline, but she closes with a real long bit where she's like a high pitched like girl,
TikTok influencer
TikTok
or something,
yeah.
and then she mimics how they talk.
and it goes for a long time.
Yeah.
and she closes with it. It's really high energy. It really gets the crowd going. Didn't love it.
No, but just like with the Tim Dillon special,
Sure.
I think that she ended with that just because it's such high energy.
Yep.
And it's just like the peak of the energy and then to dump it.
Totally fair. Did I have anything else? I don't have anything else that I didn't really like.
Me either. I enjoyed the whole thing.
No, I really-
It's
I
just
mean,
my
her-
critique, or like what I thought.
You can get away with a lot when you have a unique comedy trait, and I think hers is just her expressiveness and her ability to kind of grab the entire crowd. You'll notice she plays to the whole room really well, and what that means. I mean, I think most people will probably know, but she's talking to people on the far left, she's talking to people in the middle, she's talking to people on the far right, and in this setting, especially because you have that semicircle, there are actually people directly to your right and directly to your left, rather than in front of you and to your right and left, right?
Right.
So I think it's really important to keep those people engaged. You got to look at them every once in a while, and she does a really good job of going back and forth,
Yeah.
playing to everybody.
The split into thirds deal.
Despite, I would say sixth even. You know what I mean? Despite the fact she doesn't move a lot, which because like you said, she stands in one spot, but she's turning all the time.
Yeah.
Everybody feels involved. That feels natural. It just looks. It looks like everyone's engaged. It looks like she's really connecting with people all over the
And
room.
I think if you do that right,
yeah,
if like, because she starts out doing that.
Yeah.
Right? The whole room is already engaged, right?
Sure.
What I find hard, just like personally, is if I'm telling jokes, okay, and like the right side of the room, like the middle and right side of the room's laughing really good. It's hard for me to look left or you know what I'm saying?
Interesting.
Look toward. I want to look to where I'm getting laughs from, right? But what I need to be doing is looking where I'm not getting.
I don't know,
laughs
man.
from.
I think I do the opposite, and I think it's just as bad.
Oh, really?
Yeah, like I get mad at a part of the crowd, and I want them to laugh, and so I start performing to them, and they're like, "Dude, we still don't like you. So why don't you just go back over there?
Because that was
go back where you came from."
That was going to be my new mode. I was like, okay, if it's not working with one side, I'm going to switch it. But then I did that the other night. I switched it, and then that side of the room was laughing, and then the other side of the room wasn't laughing, and I'm like, oh god, this is a whole juggling act here.
Other reviews, we have some. So this is a 5-star review. If you're currently following Jessica, this is a must-see on Hulu. I'm so happy for her getting a special on a major streaming platform. She has new stories, though some of them are the same, yet delivered many laughs. Now that Jessica is on Hulu, the rest of the world will learn she is a comedian for adults only. Definitely not a show for children, as fans of Jessica would know. Great show. Not a lot of substance to that, but
Yeah,
definitely a fan there.
it's more of a warning. Don't watch this with your kids in the room.
How about this? Now, we shit on the negative reviews a lot more. We have so far shit on the negative reviews more than but listen to this review. This is a 0.5-star review out of 5.
Okay.
So that's a 1 out of 10 equivalent, right?
Okay.
I did not get through the first 5 minutes. I'm no prude, and I like to support women comedians. Nikki Glazer, for one, is great, in my honest opinion. But this I found to be so absolutely not funny, just really crass and swinging at low-hanging fruit. When women feel the need to go so quote-unquote tough and really go there with the crass humor, it just makes me sad for them. You really don't need to do that to be truly hilarious. Anyway, to each her own, to each his or her own, but really found this pretty disgusting versus funny.
Huh.
I don't have a problem with that except for the very first line.
Loser shit. Watch the whole fucking thing if you're gonna leave a 1-star.
Yeah,
review.
exactly.
Yeah.
A 0.5-star. You didn't get through the first 5 minutes. How can you possibly know what a special's like if you didn't watch more than 5 minutes of it?
The first 5 minutes were clean.
No.
No, they weren't. They were not. I said that, and I was like,
But
that's a lie.
5 minutes is not.
How do you get an
You
accurate
couldn't
gauge
get
of-
through 5 minutes, then you don't like comedy. I'll just say that right now.
You don't
Give it.
support women. I'll take it further.
Oh,
you don't support women
hate
if you couldn't get
yeah,
through 5
Andy
minutes.
Beth M.
Yeah.
Andy Beth M sounds like a couple named Andy and Beth who share their IMDb account
because
to trash
Beth,
movies
Because Beth cheats on him all the time.
with M.
Yeah.
So Andy Beth M, I got to disagree with you. I think you have to watch more of it to be able to say that. It is pretty crass though. Okay.
Yeah.
And
sure.
it's not for everybody. That's fine.
Cool. Yeah. Take your
but yeah.
little soft ass, woke ass, dumb ass out of here. Is she the female goat?
No.
Who's the female goat? She might be the female goat.
No.
Who is it?
I would take Maria Bamford over her. I mean, obviously, our good friend Rosebud, I would take over her. I thought her special was better, for sure.
I do love Rosebud, dude. She's cool.
Little Rosie Rosebud. Shout out Rosebud, friend of the pod.
Hell yeah. Big friend.
Follower of the pod. Yeah,
Yeah.
that's right.
All right. She's the goat. I'm just kidding.
I don't know who would be. I don't know. I really like Sarah Silverman.
Yeah, that's something we should try to figure out. Who's
Female goat.
the female goat?
I don't like putting people in different categories. It's all just funny or not funny to me, man. I'm not trying to be some sort of.
Let's divide.
This isn't swimming where
Let's divide and conquer.
where you win by transitioning. You know what I mean? Like that's not how it works.
Well, transitions are a big part of comedy, and that's
Like Bill Burr gets his sex change so he can be the goat of female comics. Like what are we doing here? I don't think he would do that. Maybe he would.
yeah. I what I like, dude, is when I watched this special, it did make me think like, oh, maybe I'm not doing comedy all the way right,
Sure.
because her style is just so fucking good.
Yeah, I mean it's really good. It's
not,
very good.
and it's not my style. Like I said, it's
I get
not how I necessarily want to do it. But I was like, damn,
Yeah.
dude, maybe I am not doing this.
Yeah, there's still things to pick up, even if
Yeah.
you're not going to use. She has like kind of a specific style. Even if you're not going to use that all the time, you can still use parts of it sparingly and sort of to develop your own kind of style,
yeah,
right?
Yeah.
So that's why everybody, we say it every week and we mean it. Just go listen and watch more comedy, man.
Hell yeah.
Any comics who are listening to this, that's a good start because we're brilliant. We know exactly what we're talking about.
Yeah.
So listen to us and then listen to comedy and then you'll be a headliner in like 2 weeks.
Probably.
Boom. Easy.
Yeah.
Don't worry about the fact that
You think
I'm
Rosebud
not a
was
headliner.
headlining? You think Rosebud was headlining
Before we
she-
started following
yeah.
her? No, not at all.
Yeah.
No, she barely could get host gigs.
This is
They wouldn't even let her. They wouldn't even let her wait tables
so dumb.
before we endorsed her. And they're like, "Oh my god, we're gonna give her a Netflix special 3 months ago."
Yeah. And then we're just clout chasing that.
Yeah, she's clout chasing us.
She's
dude.
clout
That's what
chasing,
she's
and then
trying.
she hit us
reverse.
with an Uno reverse. Yeah.
Reverse. Ooh, Uno Reversey. Clout chasing. So yeah, goat of all time. Hey, who's your goat? Female goat, male goat. Send them in.
Yeah.
Stand-up
Mail
snobs
it
at
in.
podcast.
Mail in your
I
female
said
goat.
stand-up snobs at podcast. That's what I said. Stand-up-snobs at gmail.com. Email us. We need an email
Yeah.
to let us know.
Send us handwritten letters.
Absolutely, with powder
Yeah.
in them.
Yeah. Give them your address.
No. Let us know. Yeah, let us know who you want us to review too. Things like that. Anything you want to talk about. We're lonely. You know what I mean? Like we want to talk to you.
We want to know what you guys think too.
Let us know. Ghana, you got anything to say? Ghana, reach out, yo. Austria,
Gone
come at us.
ahead, Ghana, and reach
Oh.
out.
Maybe you should get rid of that part of your style. That was an Adigichi joke right there.
No, it wasn't Eddie. It was for Addie.
It's an AG good joke.
It's for Chi-Chi, dude.
Shout out Chi-Chi, who's currently stalking. All right, so would this good hang?
Good hang. Yeah. Oh, yeah. I bet
I think
she's
she'd
a
be
great
super
hang.
fun.
She's
Yeah,
probably hilarious to hang out with.
yeah. She was awesome in Crashing.
Yeah,
for the 2 seconds she was on there. Or,
She was
you know,
on there
2
for a
minutes on
minute.
there. Yeah, great. Would
It
this
wasn't 2
work?
seconds. It was a minute. Okay.
Would this work at an open mic? Obviously,
1,000%, dude.
obviously.
She's open mic god, kind of.
Goat open micer,
Yeah.
god status open mic.
For real, she is that.
Great. To be an incredible. Better name for the special. I couldn't come up with one. I
And
like
this-
I'm the Man. I think I'm the Man's a great name for the special.
I didn't catch there had to be a joke that referred to that, right?
don't think
'Cause
so.
I didn't hear one.
No, I don't think so.
I'm the man.
Yeah, just I'm the Man. I just like it. I like it. Oh no, she did say it. She did say it. When the guy was saying you just haven't had the right man, blah blah blah, she said, I am the right man. She didn't say I'm the man. She
you're
said
right.
I'm the right man.
I'm the right man. That's right.
I wouldn't say I'm the right. Maybe I'm the right man's better. Is I'm the right man better? That might be better. I like I'm the Man better, though.
I think I'm the man is better
Yeah.
than I'm the right man.
Once again, we do this from my mom's basement, and that we're the two greatest comedians of all time ever because we've each earned, I don't know,
Oh, we've each earned.
$50 a piece doing comedy.
Oh yeah.
I'm just over 50. I think I'm at 52. No big deal. Who better than us to tell comedy legend Jessica Kirson why she sucks and that we're better than she is?
Yeah,
All
get
right,
it.
Jess Kirson, dog. We get it. You're a lesbian. Does every joke you have to be about being a fucking lesbian? All right, Richard Lewis in drag. I love that. I don't care. Why are you using notes? You've been doing comedy for 30 years. You're using notes on jokes. What are we doing here? You had to pull out your notes and then put your glasses on. What a waste of time. Your special is 47 minutes. Took you 3 minutes to put on your glasses, and then you did hacky ass old people fucking jokes. Not into it. I saw this special last time you made it. It's trash. I'm out.
Damn. Nice.
All right,
Line
here it
me
is,
up,
you
coach.
guys. The long awaited Colton Drake and why he's better than Jessica Kirson.
All right. Why am I better? Okay. Well, let me tell you. For one, I like to have a through line with my comedy, with my sets. I like everything to connect and make sense. Okay. I don't want it to just be a bunch of jumbled. Here's a joke. Here's a joke. Here's a joke. Kindergarten fart jokes. Okay. Not about that. That's why I'm better. Also, I'm not going to wear combat boots with a nice sports jacket. All right. What is that? Okay. Just because you're free in America doesn't mean you should make those kind of decisions. All right. It's horrible choices. Aside from that, that's all I have.
You should be deported.
Oh, also, how about how about also this? Don't force callbacks. What's up with that?
Why are you forcing callbacks?
Buttercum callback. Is Buttercum funny? Yes. Is it even funny as a callback? Yes.
Am I asking myself questions again?
Was it a well-placed callback? No, I don't think so. And I don't do that. That's why I'm better.
I honestly think from now on, all your why I'm betters should be only in question form.
Okay.
The entirety of them should just be like, do your combat boots look stupid? Yes.
Would they work in combat? Yeah. Are you going to be into it tonight? Probably not.
Did I like it? No.
Were they tied
I knew you
tight?
were going to do the boots. That was if I was going to guess. That would have been my guess for what you were going to talk about. It's going to be the boots. What did you think I was going to talk about? The notes?
No, I didn't think you were going to
Crowd
talk
work?
about the notes.
No.
I thought you were going to talk about how filthy it was.
Oh yeah.
You did?
I did have written down disgusting.
Yeah.
But I also just wrote lesbian randomly, so I don't know. I didn't know what to say about any of this stuff.
Both
so.
of them. That's
Disgusting
the order
lesbian.
too. Disgusting lesbian.
Yeah. No, she's not. She doesn't scissors. She shears. That was her joke.
She shucks oysters.
She shucks oysters. Yeah, she talks a lot about. She just makes a lot of weird, not weird, a lot of sexual references about vaginas. I don't know about that.
Cool.
I wonder if that's because she's a lesbian. I think I'm putting 2 to 2 together here.
Damn, dude. Math.
I'm super smart.
We're so mathy today.
Super mathy, dude.
Yeah.
Geometric, baby.
Yeah. Geography, bitch.
Mom's menu. Oh, mom came through again. Side salad. Great.
Oh, I'm looking forward to them every Monday.
Oh, so good. Side salad for sure was great. Greens, cucumbers, tomatoes, croutons, dressing. And then boom, main course. We got beets. We got baked beets. I don't know if they're baked or fried. She said it took like 2 hours to cook those bitches. Dude.
Beets are good because they taste like dirt.
They taste terrible.
They just taste like dirt.
I think she did them well. I just hate them.
Yeah,
I've never
it's
had
good.
them before, I don't think. So.
Mix some dirt with some butter. Boom.
But they're
Beet.
really good for your prostate health, and I got a prostate the size of a cantaloupe.
Dude, his prostate's so health right now.
So healthed
He
up.
got that health prostate on him.
And then, of course, some mashed taters, some brown gravy. Brown gravy was mid, honestly.
Didn't try it.
But meatloaf, great
Meatloaf.
meatloaf.
Meatloaf was
Yep.
good. There's nothing like eating the whitest food possible on Cinco de Mayo.
That's right. Oh, that's good. Good call.
You know?
No tacos, mom? What the fuck?
No tacos. No, we're keeping this
Just have
light.
her come in on camera with a giant sombrero and like, oh
I'm
my
honestly
God,
kind of
dude.
disappointed. I wish we would have done that. I wish
Oh.
we would have worn sombreros and like ponchos. That would have been awesome. It was either that or dresses like Star Wars characters.
So bad.
You know?
So bad. I hate that. The May 4th thing. That drives me
Yeah,
nuts.
this is the 5th though. This is Revenge of the 5th, baby.
Oh, God.
Why do you hate that?
Nerds ruin everything.
Stop it. We make
Stop
everything
it.
cool.
You stop it. What do you mean we? You're not really a nerd.
I'm a
You're
real
fake
nerd, dude. I'm a real one out here in these streets.
Do you own a lightsaber?
What kind? What color? What color
Is that
do you
a,
want?
that's a yes? Then you own one. I just asked if you own one. It doesn't matter what color.
Well, what color though?
I don't care. I don't know anything about the colors and what they mean.
The double lightsaber I had broke.
So you had a double lightsaber, and now you don't. Oh,
Now I have-
the
now
one
I-
that goes out with both ends.
Yeah, yeah. Now I just have 2 singles.
You do have 2 singles.
Broken half.
Oh, you broke it. Do they actually work as 2, or are they just broken?
No, they work
broken
as
one.
2.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
Can
so
I
there
click
we
them back
go.
together? No.
Does Bev use them to penetrate me? Yes. So
Put both in. Put both in.
you get pegged with a purple lightsaber, like
They're red, dude.
I'm a Sith Lord. I'm gonna Sith all over your face. Yeah, I said it.
Man, you're so
Not
lucky I
happy
don't have a
about it.
soundboard. If I had a
Beer, beer,
soundboard,
beer.
boo. I need a soundboard, dude.
Well, I'm not allowed to make dumb jokes. Only you can. Is that what it is?
No, there's got to be good ones, dude.
Good ones. Gotta be good
There's gotta be
ones.
good ones.
All right, that was dumb. Mom's menu is over. We did second time we've had meatloaf, actual meatloaf for Mom's menu.
Yeah.
So she's getting pretty fucking lazy. And fuck her. You know what I mean? Like I'm tired of her shit.
We're going to have tacos
Why I'm better
on
than
St.
you?
Patrick's
I'll
Day.
tell you why I'm better. When I cook macaroni and cheese. All right, this week in plumbing, you got one?
Yeah. Okay, so this weekend plumbing, I am testing a building right now, and I have a leak in one of the sections, the mid section.
Does it smell like
right?
mint? Does it
has
smell
its
like
own-
mint?
Here's the thing about this, right? So the front side of this building has 3 different sewers, a sewer on each end, and then one in the middle that catches 6 units all the way up. This sewer in the middle, I test the other 2 blew up with air perfectly. We put mint in the middle one, and couldn't smell mint anywhere. I was like, okay, what's going on? So then we took a hose.
Wait, you couldn't or you could?
Didn't know where
And
the
you're
leak
supposed
was.
to be able to?
You should be able to smell where the mint is at in the unit, and that kind of just gives you an idea to narrow it down.
To where the leak is, right?
Right, but it can just you
So
just
it's not
smell where
supposed
it's
to
at.
smell like, excuse me, not supposed to smell like mint, but you knew there was a leak already, so you're trying to find out where the mint smells coming
So
from.
I put mint in if we have a leak,
Got it.
and
okay.
I do that so that if I walk through,
Got it.
I can smell the mint, try to chase down where it's coming from, and then I can find the leak real quick. We did that, and this building, like I said, is already broken off into different sections. So I already know it's in this middle section,
Okay.
right? We put mint in that, went through the whole thing, couldn't smell mint anywhere, right? And I'm like, I don't know what's going on. I checked my pogey, my donkey dick, right, that you put in the bottom of it, and that's all good. Nothing's getting past that. We decided to put water to it, so instead of air,
So that's
we
like
fill
an
it with water.
inflatable thing. The donkey dick's an inflatable thing that makes it so it can't go past a certain point,
yeah,
right?
Yeah,
Okay.
it's like a BBC dildo
Right.
that you shove in the pipe. right? Like the clean out of the pipe that's outside, and you blow that up with air till it's like 35 pounds PSI on it. And then that blocks off that pipe. So then when I put air into the system, everything should be sealed, and that should be air sealed, and I can get a pressure up to like 5, 7, whatever I need, right? So since we weren't getting that, I have water available to me next door. So I strung some hoses out. We started filling with water. And the water pressure isn't great because I'm taking this hose up like 4 stories or whatever, 3 stories to dump it in the vent. And so it's a slow water pressure. Anyways, I was like, okay, this groundwork should be full unless there's like some giant leak underground, right? That I don't know about. And we couldn't get this thing to go up at all. So then we like with water, like it was the water, like as soon as we quit putting water to it, the water rested like right at the bottom, like underneath the concrete.
Okay.
So I knew that the leak was above that, right? Okay. So then I had a camera crew come out, or not a camera. They dropped me off a camera, and we had to cut all these pipes, and we're shoving this camera down the pipes to try to figure out what's broken. Found a crack on Thursday, and then today we finally chipped it up. And what had happened was a piece of rebar. When they're pouring concrete, they have their rebar bent, right? Well, one of those rebars got bent down, and then they must have like tamped on it or whatever, and it jammed that bitch right into our pipe.
Okay.
And then so we were having a huge. That was where all our water was going
Then
into
you
the
found
ground.
it.
I found it. We chipped it up. We
Which
fixed
means
it.
you sealed it.
Fixed it. We had to cut out what was broken, replace it, put on no hub bands, and boom. Now
Put
we're
on
back in the
no
game.
headbands? What'd
No
you
hub.
say?
No hub bands.
No hub bands. Got you.
Yeah, which is like it's like a rubber band, like a not like a rubber band, but it's like rubber, like a coupling. Imagine like you have a coupling.
Yep.
If you know what that is. Okay. And then it has like this shield thing that goes around it with hose clamps, and you tighten the hose clamp, you put the thing on, and tighten the hose clamps. It just makes it easy because getting a glue coupling on, like you're just like in such a tight
Got you.
spot, you can't fit it. So the rubber bands, you can roll them up, get it on, roll it out, screw it in, boom, bam, done.
All right. So this week in plumbing, Colton found a leak and they fixed it.
I tried to
All
do
right,
it in a minute.
next.
I was trying to move through it. I know.
No, I know. It was fun. It was fun. I was like fucking with you. So you got it all chipped up, ready to go.
Yeah.
Boom.
I talked
Boom.
to the superintendent too, and I was like, yeah, this isn't my fault. So
The super.
if you guys could figure out how to fill that up and put concrete in it, that's
This
on
isn't my
you.
fault. It's not my fault. All right. Next up, IG follower count. Oh, Colton murdered me this week. I went from 451 to 450.
This is my favorite week. This has been my favorite week so far.
It should be. I went from 451 to 454. I'm +3. Colton, you were at 470 last week. What are you at?
506.
506 for a huge 36 follower increase. He's been clipping up them videos. He's been harassing people at the club. Been
Yes.
farming them shits.
Yes, doing everything
So
I can.
hey, fucking Sus Nation, dude, get behind your boy Jay Berg, who doesn't solicit.
Sus Nation.
Yeah, that's what I said.
It's so funny.
Get behind your boy Jay Berg, who doesn't have enough followers. I would never solicit followers in an unsavory way. So what I'm asking you to do is
I did
go
it in a very
follow me.
savory way.
Follow me on all the platforms, or else I'm gonna kill myself. So if you don't, just telling you,
If you guys follow me, if you guys want to follow me, and let's watch Jay end it.
don't even follow Colton. Unfollow Colton. Actually, flag Colton's account for inappropriate child pornography.
Whoa!
So Colton's up to 506.
I thought you were gonna say jokes. Flag him for his inappropriate, disgusting jokes. We hate him.
No. I love your inappropriate jokes. I just don't like that you have child porn in your jokes. I don't love that. That's not my favorite
I
part of
don't
it.
have child porn in my jokes.
Whatever, dude.
Anybody listening knows
So many
that.
12-year-olds. So actually, they're 11. My bad. So Colton, over 500, dude. Half thou. Over 500. Congratulations.
Half a thou out, dude.
He is now up by 52, just screaming ahead of me. Oh, huge loss for your boy. Our stand-up snobs account went from
I
12.
got 52 followers, and you're like, he watched child porn. That's so cool.
No, dude, you got 36
That's so
followers.
funny.
And
I
yeah,
know.
you totally watch child porn. No, you don't watch child porn. You make child porn. There's a big difference.
Is that what it's called when I'm in it?
12 followers last week for us for our podcast.
Nice.
Now we're up to 30. So we got, 18 more. So let's keep going. Keep it up, guys. We'd love to have all of our followers that already follow Colton or that already follow me. If you want to also follow Stand Up Snobs, it's at Stand Up Snobs. Colton's IG is at Colton Drake Comedy. Mine is at Jay Bird Comedy. Who are you listening to right now, man?
I've been listening to Gary Owen.
Gary Owen.
Yeah, very funny guy.
And that you can follow him. He's big time. He's got he doesn't need you to follow him, but he's got
2.7 million.
he
I
doesn't
didn't
need you.
realize that.
But if you want to, he's very funny. Gary Owen Comedy.
Been around for-
GaryOwenComedy.
Been around for like 28 years or some shit like that. Doing comedy.
He's doing great. He had 1.2 million followers in 1997, dude. That's how big he was.
There
He was
wasn't even
huge.
followers then, yeah.
Exactly. Mine, the opener for Josh Johnson was Tevin Williams. He goes by the Mandel Man. Or he goes by Mandel something. I don't know exactly what, but his
Mandalay Bay.
His IG is the Mandel Man. TheMandalman. He was super funny. Tell us who we should be listening to. Send us something at standupsnobs@gmail.com, man. We're starving for your feedback.
And you know what we say? Anybody that's totally clean has got skeletons in their closet.
That's what one of us says.
That's what I say.
That's what the child pornographer says.
Oh, God. I hate this.
This can't be my thing. This can't be my thing.
Come on. Well, we're dumping that.
We're dumping that
We gotta
shit.
dump all that.
Yeah,
Yep.
we're going to dump in that. So what do you got for upcoming gigs, my man?
Okay, upcoming gigs. May 24th, 2005, this year. That's right. I'm at the Volstead Act in Spokane. Okay, I'll be featuring out there.
Boom.
And then I am also at the Spokane Comedy Club for Kevin James Thornton, June 8th, 2025. I also have maybe like 3 or 4 other shows that I do not have written down, but you can catch them on my website that I do not have up.
Squad, baby. I have upcoming gigs as well for once. This weekend, this coming Saturday, May 10th, I will be in Ellensburg featuring for Mr. Scott Lossy at the Ridge.
That's awesome. Scott Lossey's great.
Yeah.
Follow Scott.
Follow the Ridge Comedy as well.
Don't follow Jay.
Hippie B's
Follow
trying
Scott
to-
Lossey.
Yeah, Hippie B's trying to make it. So also June 1st, that's a Sunday. 2 shows. I'm opening for Adam Carolla.
Oh, nice.
I think I'm just doing a host set, but I might be doing opening set, so it might be like 20 minutes. I'm not sure.
Cool.
And then on June 7th, the Quincy Belt Tournament of Champions final, the last one, the last time you have to hear me talk about it. So that is June 7th. We got our finalists are all set. We got Charles Hall, we got Anthony Singleton, we got Chris Jessup, we got John Hodge, and we got Bree McCarty. Those are the 5. Grand prize $12.50. If you're out in Post Falls, give that a look.
We should take bets on it.
Oh, yeah, I should do a handicap them. Yeah, that's not a bad idea. So that's all I have really coming up super
Well,
soon.
handicapping them would be making it easier for others, right?
No.
A handicapping golf is like...
Yeah,
so that
it's
you
a
can play
different
with
term.
everybody.
It's
Oh,
a
okay.
different term. Handicapping it means essentially setting betting lines for them.
Got him.
Yeah.
I think we should do that.
You're like, I think we should beat their knees with a fucking bat, dude. Just handicap all of them. Let's get them all. Okay, before we go, I want to say one more time, thank you guys so much for listening. Thank you, Ghana. Thank you, Austria. Thanks all the Sus Squad out there, Sus Nation, all you people. Really appreciate you supporting us, supporting this podcast, listening, sharing with your friends, all those sorts of things. Please continue to do that. Please continue to support live comedy wherever you can and whenever you can. Follow Jay Berg, follow Colton Drake, follow Stand Up Snobs, and all that kind of stuff. Follow people. You see people you like, follow them. Give them a follow. It's really important to try to get booked. What do you think, Colton?
Yes. I have to pass.
Okay, next week, Colton. Next week we have Chad Daniels, the wonderful Chad Daniels.
Hell yeah.
A lot of people love that dude. A lot of people have him on their GOAT list of greatest.
He could
comedians
be
of
there.
all time.
He's amazing, dude.
People really like him. I like him a lot. I'm not sure I'm ready to go GOAT yet.
But look at how many specials he's putting out in such a short amount of time.
Putting out a lot. So the special he just released is
That's
called
goat behavior.
It's GOAT behavior. The special that he released recently, 4 days ago on YouTube. It's a YouTube special called For Reels. For Reels. Reels, REELS. Huh?
Dude, I can relate.
You get it? That's what you're doing. You're doing it for reals.
I'm trying to do reels.
all the time.
Me and Chad, dude.
You and Chad, dude. You're like the same comic. GOAT status, obviously. So Chad Daniels, For Reels. I'll give you a little taste of him coming out. However, he doesn't have I didn't see a trailer for Reels. So instead, I'm going to play the trailer for his last special, Empty Nester, which just came out like 6 months ago.
Very
So,
good special as well.
Yeah, good special. This is the trailer for it. It'll just give you a taste of Chad Daniels. You can be like, oh, I want to listen to that guy. But before he takes us out, anything else to add?
No, sir.
All right. So I've been Jay Berg. That's Colton Drake.
Bye-bye.
Thought I am going to hate being an empty nester. And then a week later, I got a blowjob in my own house. I did not date my daughter's senior year of high school. Then I went on my first date with my current girlfriend, Kelsey. And at the end of dinner, she said something really compelling. She said, peanuts can kill me. Dairy makes me shit my pants. Now I know if she accidentally has dairy, I can just give her a peanut to stop the madness. Have you ever had almond butter? It sucks so hard. It's like Christmas with just church and no presents. Kelsey asked me when we started dating, she said, do you want kids? And I said, I have kids. And she said, well, what if I want some kids? I said, well, then you should have brought some kids. I can't have a baby now. I told you, my youngest is 20 years old. If I had a baby right now, that would be like my last day of prison going into the yard and stabbing somebody. Just being like, well, here we go again. One more life sentence. My son is getting married. He's 24. And yeah, sure. Yes. I just think it's funny because when he was 23, he got engaged. And I go, you think you're a little young to get engaged? And he goes, I don't know. You think you're a little old to be a boyfriend? We will see you at the wedding, my man. You know what? We're going to figure this out.